Hey guys, so this is my new, or actually used, Hobie Tandem Island that I bought this winter. And with anything used, you always got to expect some sort of issue here or there. In this particular case, it might be actually a little bit of a major issue. This is the rear seat area. You've got your seat bar, and what's happening is because of the pressure on the seat bar, and there wasn't any foam or anything underneath here, which I believe there should be, it's causing this to bend. And when it's bending, it's starting to crack. And if I let this go, I'm going to have a really major problem. Luckily, the crack doesn't go all the way through to the bottom. It's just superficial. But what I'm going to do is drill 2 holes. Once I drill those holes, I'll be able to use my welding kit. Now, this is from Harbor Freight. They're pretty cheap. They're like maybe 15 bucks. And then I also have rods. These I got from a friend that had ordered them from Hobie. So the color should match up. So the first thing I got to do is lift this area up. In order to do that, what I'm going to have to do is heat this, and then it'll soften up. Once it softens up, it'll come up. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take some hot water. I'm going to also line it with some towels. The towel will keep the water in place where I need it. I could take this off and try to do that, but I'm afraid that if I do and I bend it in the wrong or bend it too much, then I'm going to have a hard time getting this back in position. So I don't want to cause any problems. So I'm going to try to do this without having to take the rod off. So what we're going to do is boil up some water, put some towels, get this all soft. Now the problem is trying to lift it up. It's in an awkward area. So what I'm going to attempt to do is just take a ball, take the air out, stick it underneath there, fill it with air. When I fill it with air, it should lift it up. Once it's lifted up, I'm going to take the towels off, let it cool off, and hopefully it'll be in a decent position. At that point, then I can start dealing with the welding. So this is what it looks like up close. You see the big bump? That's causing that crack to form right there. And it's all because of pressure where the seat bar attaches to the side. So I'm going to try to alleviate that. This is the front seat on the kayak. As you can see, it's much flatter. It's not really causing a problem. But again, I'm going to reinforce everything so I don't have a problem. Now, this happens to be an Adventure Island tandem, but I could see this happening on any of the new models. And when I say new, any of the 2015 and newer, because of the seat. The way the seat is positioned on there, it does put a lot of pressure on both sides. Okay, so what I'm first going to do is get the soccer ball in position. I'm going to fill it up slightly. This is still cold, so it didn't move yet. But this is going to be the hard part, is just getting the right position on it. You also have your rudder cables, and you've got some other things in the way over here, so you got to be a little careful how you position this. Okay, so now I have the ball inside. I have it partially filled. I'm going to take my towels, wrap them where I feel that we want to heat it up. Actually, we're going to do this one this way. So you get it nice and wet, let it sit a minute, and then we're going to inflate the ball. Now, I originally started with a compressor inflating the ball, and I found it to not work out well. So I got a good old-fashioned pump, and we're going to do it that way. See where we're at. It's coming up over here, which I really don't want it to. Although it is, as you can see, look how soft that is. So I'm going to reposition the ball to see if I can get the back here to come up more. Alright, so the next step is the drill. This is something that scares most people, including myself. Especially when you put it to your kayak and you're putting holes in it. So the reason why I'm doing a hole here is you want that crack to stop. The best way to do it is to drill a nice clean hole just a little past where the crack ends. And then we take that, it's actually like a plastic welding which you get from, yep, it looks like it's warm enough. You can get this from Harbor Freight. And I'm slowly going to work this across, making a V. So I want to make a little trench in it, try to get to the bottom of where that crack is. Like I was saying before, the crack doesn't go all the way through. So, and the thing with plastic welding, you need a lot of patience. You don't want to rush it. Pretty much let it do its thing. You don't put a lot of pressure on it. So now I'm going to take one of my welding rods and slowly work it across, adding more plastic. What I'm doing is I'm spinning it as I'm doing this. What I'm doing is I'm gently smoothing it out, try not to put too much pressure on it, and going quickly so it doesn't dig into plastic. Alright, should be good as new, or at least as strong as it used to be. May not look pretty, but it's strong. Alright, so this is a nice wide gap. I'm going to give it a try. We'll see what happens. This is also the same boat, and it looked like it was fixed before with, I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. It looks like some sort of resin, like an epoxy resin, but it clearly wasn't holding. So, like the other one, I'm going to drill a hole at the end of the crack. There was one drilled already over here. And I'm going to rough it up a little bit. I cleaned out as much as I could of the old stuff. And now we're going to try to repair it. Like before, I'm going to go and melt down what I can of the old before I start putting the new stuff in. I'll probably have to do this in layers because it's such a wide hole. I don't know exactly how one would create this kind of damage to it, but it happens, so. So right now I'm just looking to build up as much plastic as I can where the hole is, and then I'll worry about making it pretty later.